I need to take a fear dump real quick.
No,
dude.
get in there.
I'm a little nervous right now. Should I leave
Get
the
in
hood
there,
open or
hit the key.
closed?
It's gonna fire up. Don't worry. But don't fire up. Take the shit.
Got my Honda Bond, and most importantly, I have my K20 new timing chain tensioner. Today is freaking cold as balls outside right now, but at least I'm gonna have my grandfather's shop to do the work in. Coming out to midnight right now. She actually looks pretty good. I mean, somewhat clean for the most part, minus the little bit of salt on the sides because it did snow, obviously, as you see. Let me just grab my wrench bag out of the D17. So I know you guys heard that. It was super hesitant to start, and it's got me starting to think like it's my starter. Hondata plugged in right now. I'm just bringing up the app right here, and this is Hondata Mobile. I get a lot of questions like, what are you using? And then I got my little mount right here. Go to Walmart really quickly. Since I'm doing the chain tensioner, I want it to be like pretty much coated with fresh oil, and I'm gonna lubricate the new spring with fresh oil, so I might as well do a quick oil change. Still gonna leave the oil filter in there, just gonna drain out my oil. Also guys, just ordered a new axle back exhaust, so hopefully that sounds good. I think it's a 2.5 inch. It's either a 2.25 or a 2.5 inch, so I got that axle back coming for just a little bit of noise in the rear. I'm hoping this job goes relatively easy today. I'm studying a little manual. All right, about to get some Castrol Edge. Figures they don't have 5W30, right? Honestly, might have to go with the Castrol Edge, the extended performance, because it's only 5W31 they got. Well, I don't want to drop 30 bucks versus the 27. God damn, it is cold. Going with the Castrol Edge extended performance. Hopefully this stuff is good. Just got midnight into the shop. I'm gonna do a visual inspection on the top of the timing chain. I gotta pull the valve cover off, and I gotta check out a few other things under there, see how it looks, and then if everything looks good from the top, I'm still gonna change the chain tensioner out, try to get the cover off on the bottom, so I'll take you guys down there with me to do that. So if you guys wanna see how to properly remove the valve cover on this car, I'm gonna throw 2 links down in the description because I'm gonna try to get this done for you guys quick. So if you need any more detailed steps, I will provide the links down below so you can see more on how to get the valve cover off. Now we have access to our coil packs. I'm sorry about the lighting, it is kind of dim in here, but all we have to do now is literally take that 10mm off and take that 10mm off, and we can leave the coil packs connected to this whole ECU here, and we're just gonna fold everything over to the right side. Or 5, 6, 10mm bolts that I'm taking off. Those have the valve cover grommets on them, so I got 2 in the back, and then I'll be able to wedge this thing to pry the valve cover off. See the whole valve train right there, and honestly everything looks as it should. It's pretty clean, a lot cleaner than I thought. And coming over here to the timing chain, usually when the chain has play, it'll be drooping down in between the gears and stuff, and right between my exhaust cam and my intake cam VTC actuator, there is literally no slack. You can't really see it on the GoPro, but yeah, no, you're right, man.
looks like it's scraping on something, maybe.
Josh just pointed that out. Yeah, it really does though. On each one of those links, dude, there's a tiny black scrape mark. I couldn't even see that from before. That's nuts, dude.
Here.
Think I should... I mean, it's not going to kill to do a tensioner because I'm at the mileage I'm at, you know?
Yeah.
I'm at 186K.
Can you get to that thing?
Yeah, so what I got to do now is pretty much take the wheel off our top dead center first, which we're going to do. We're going to get that top dead center. Alright guys, we got a ratchet breaker bar on the crankshaft right now. I'm going to go ahead and rotate that clockwise, and I'm going to make the two gears top dead center so that the marks are aligned with each other. I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright guys, it's very hard to see right now, but you can see the arrow is aligned with that dot right where that chain link is. Usually it's marked on a new chain. And then on the camshafts, there's two slashes that are horizontal from each other directly in the middle of the cam. So that means it's top dead center right now. So we can crawl underneath here. This is my setup. I got the breaker bar with the couple extensions on my crank, and the cover is going to be underneath right there. So we got to take those 10 millimeters off. There's a better angle at it right there. You can see there's three 10 millimeter bolts that go around that. We got to go ahead and remove those. Alright guys, so I'm trying to get this off with my mini ratchet, and I can't even fit this thing up to get the last two 10 millimeters off, so I gotta get my wrench now. What the fuck? I got two of the 10 millimeters off, as you can see, and I'm working on this one way back in the corner. And let me tell you, without pulling the motor, they really make this thing a nightmare to get to. I cracked it. Alright guys, next we're gonna drain the oil out. I don't think you have to do this.
But that thing's got little notches. The spring. So when you turn your car off, dude.
Really cleanest oil I wasted. Alright guys, I got the chain cover off. It was honestly kind of difficult at first, but you literally have to use like a carbon scraper, wedge type thing. And you need to be careful for your crank sensor. So unplug your crank sensor, and there's a little bracket that raises further past that sensor, and you can pry an edge on it and simply just pry it off. And see all that Honda Bond and oil coming out? That's why I drained the oil out, because I didn't want that shit leaking everywhere. So we're gonna keep prying up here and hopefully get this baby off. All right guys, I got the cover off for the chain tensioner. So you wanna take the liquid gasket off. We're gonna hold off on that, but right now, what I did was you have to insert a pin or a small Allen key into your old tensioner. And right now I got the new one right here, so I literally measured out the Allen key, and it's a perfect size. So it's gonna be hard to see this because my freaking tripod broke, so bear with me. I got the 19 millimeter on the crank with a breaker bar, so I'm gonna come under here and I have to rotate this. I have to rotate this counterclockwise, so going that way. It's hard to see, but you could see the orange piece moving, and right when it's on top, you should be able to stick this Allen key in there. Allen is officially in the tensioner there. Now we're going to turn it clockwise. Once we turn this clockwise, that's going to lock the old one back into place. The top of the cam's top dead center real quick, just to make sure. I don't think it really matters, but we're going to go ahead and take the two millimeter bolt. I think they're 10 millimeters off the tensioner. Pull it off, guys. This is the scary part. Hang on, dude.
I'd be worried about it falling off that back side. You want to hold the chain, please? You want to hold it.
Hang on. All right, guys. Getting the tensioner out right now. Alright guys, super filthy right now. Everything's back together right now on it. Got the new tensioner in, and I'm scared this is going to be the initial startup right now. So, will midnight start, or will it not? I think I need to take a fear dump real quick.
No,
dude.
get in there.
I'm a little nervous right now. Should I leave the
Get in
hood
there, hit
open
the
or
key.
closed?
It's gonna fire up. Don't worry. Look at that. Burn like a kitten. Sounds good.
Alright guys, unfortunately the night is not over with wrenching. We just stopped over at Billy's house. What's good? What's good, dude? So, tell them what's up right now. Putting your exhaust on?
Yeah, we just got the stocky off.
Got the stock mid.
Got the stock mid pipe off, got the stock muffler off. We're having a hard time. These bolts are stuck on the cat. And then I got my
He's got his...
Q300.
Stay tuned for some videos. He's going to put the videos up with that thing. I cannot wait to see how that thing sounds with the freaking engine.
I just want to say, too, shout out to the subs. I got a steal on this thing, actually, and that wouldn't have been possible without you guys, so I do appreciate you guys.
Shout out your boy
Shout
right
out.
there. Hell yeah. So there's the cat right there, obviously. Billy's hopping under there. The Studley goggles on, die cutter. All right, so it is the next day right now, and I truly apologize for you guys that I couldn't show you how to actually install the tensioner, but I did manage to save the old tensioner, which is right here. You guys can see that, and pretty much this is hydraulic, and then you have it spring-loaded right here. Another thing that is really cool, my cousin and I pretty much figured this out. This thing runs on oil pressure. So if you see right here, there's a little hole. Oil pretty much feeds through there. But since I couldn't physically show you how to install it on the car, I'm going to do a sketch on paper for you guys. So you got your exhaust, and this is your intake cam. What you're going to do to insert the new tensioner, you're going to put it, obviously, line it up with everything. You're going to feed your bolts in, and then you're going to torque those two bolts down to 9 pound-feet. New tensioner, you're not going to have this protruding out as far. You are going to pull your pin. It's hydraulic spring pressure tensioner. This piece is going to be flush with another piece in there that keeps pressure on your guide and your chain. Bottom piece right here is in line with like a square shaped piece that's inside your internal motor. Obviously the tensioner's on. You're going to want to clean around. There's that mating surface around the whole cover there, and you're going to see around it that there's going to be a whole bunch of like dried up, pretty much white stuff and just oil residue. You could take some brake cleaner, you could take some mineral spirits and a rag and just go ahead and clean everything off by hand. Use a razor blade to scrape the old Honda Bond off. This next clip I'm going to show you is off my little service manual. Alright guys, so the next thing you want to do, you want to rotate your crank. Tensioner's on, everything's tightened up. I put my oil in too. I want to rotate it clockwise. So the way the engine rotates, the K20Z3 is clockwise. So rotate it around a few times. The tensioner's going to click. Make sure you come up here Look at your chain slack. You could stick your finger underneath the chain. Make sure the chain slack feels tight. Did mine, I rotated mine like no lie, guys, probably like 10 or 12 times. So it's very important. You want to get that tensioner circulate and make sure that it's proper. Make sure that there's no slack on it or whatever. I hope this video helps you. I plan on having a, full rebuild hopefully coming this year. So give this video a like if you thought it was helpful. Drop all your comments down below. See you all in the next video. Peace out. And remember, never stop wrenching.